Okay, good. It will show the full picture. So, welcome to the tarot reading for today's Lionsgate Portal 88 2022. My name is Ruby. I go by 729XO. Here on Instagram, you can find my link tree in the bio. Feel free to follow me on YouTube or wherever else you find on there. So, I told myself I would do a reading if I pulled the full card, and so here I am. I pulled the full card. So the first card that I pulled for this reading, which is somewhat irrelevant, but also relevant entirely, is the Ace of Swords and the Three of Pentacles reversed. And we also have the Three of Wands off to the side, which was over, on the floor. So we are maybe spending some time in contemplation about the self. Ace of Swords reversed, not speaking up currently or gathering courage to speak up, or knowing that you have the sword ready at your helm, as well as with the Three of Pentacles, getting together with other people. What conversations are we having, and how are we bringing the talents that we've developed within ourselves and deciding who it is that we are into these social situations? So that will be something that's more up and coming rather than something that's happening now, or otherwise this is something that's happening now for you, depending on the timeline that you might be on. Some people are a little ahead, some people are right on time, some people just don't know the difference. And then for the middle of the deck, it was we did get card 4, the Lover's card, and for the bottom of the deck, I believe it was the Fool card. Okay, so card 0. And so coming to the conclusion of the Fool card and what its reasoning was in whether or not I would pull the reading if I pulled it. Lionsgate Portal represented today by the 0 card in tarot, the Fool card. So I do want to take and I want to cover an overall a general reading for the collective. This reading here is sort of like you can take it or leave it. For me, I mean, with the 5 and the 1 and then the 0, if we're looking at 40, 40, that's also going to equal like 4 structures, 3 and ace, could it be, 31, another 4, and another 3 over here, so 33 as well. Anyways, whatever. I'm like, anyways, whatever. I'm so sorry. Hold on a second. I wanted to take a look at the... I'm sort of apathetic, and for that I apologize. But I'd like to get back into the swing of things, For me, I don't know. I find that it's either if I'm studying, okay, intuition, okay, but then both at the same time, I don't know why I get a little bit contradicted. So I'm going to just try to continue to integrate both. So it's a little bit more of like, almost what this is representing here, sort of like going back to the beginning again. And that is something that would be happening. So, maybe Ace of Swords reversed, Three of Pentacles reversed, like maybe some certain social situations aren't for you, and so then you find yourself on the new horizon, following your passions, and that new beginning is a good way to look at that 8-8 portal as well. And so we do have Malachite as well as Selenite there as well. And so you might be wondering, how is it that I concluded the fact that the Fool card would even represent the 8-8 portal? So I took and numerologically added 8 and 8 with the 2022. Okay, so if you break that down, so we'll just do it here. So 8 and 8 is 16. Okay, and then plus the 2 is 18, plus the 2, right, is 20, and then we have the 1 more 2 for 2022, so obviously we don't need to add the zeros. So your 22 master number, is also represented if the card, the Fool, okay? And you can see the Fool card is there. The Fool card is the card of the day for the 8-8 portal. It's the 0 card. It's this one here, okay? I do have the Empress underneath the Fool card. Okay, so that's just peek what we have. We have 8 of Pentacles underneath the Lover's card, so working on your passions. And then, so the Fool card is before and after, Master number 22, unique position in the tarot deck. Theoretically, the major arcana begin at 1 and go through 21, and then the minor arcana begin at 23. The Fool as key 0 stands by itself, representing the God force. So 22 would seem to be missing. However, cyclicity is the essence of life, and there can be no ending. Therefore, the Fool key 0 is a life force before entering manifestation, and 22 is the same as key 0. The Fool having walked the 21 keys of the major arcana to complete that full cycle and step once more beyond the present incarnation. And also, we can look up your card if you want. 22 is an ancient numerical symbol for a circle, and therefore represents Alpha and Omega. And so representing the Lionsgate portal is the Fool card. So for when we add 8, 8, and 2022, and we get actually equals number 22, master number, which represents the Fool card. Also represents 0. 22 represents a circle, Alpha and Omega, and by which the Lord described himself in the Bible. So the word fool comes from Latin folis, meaning bag of wind. Every genius is called a fool at some time, and that which contains air or breath could be called a bag of wind. Therefore, we are the fool in that sense. The fool is the superconscious, pictured here, okay, as having room to take one more step. This indicates that we never come to the limit of our potential. And so the white sun is universal, radiant energy, eternally rising, for it can never reach its zenith. And the mountains indicate attainment. They're cold, uninteresting to many. See, if you see the mountains, it looks like they're saying it's mountains, but it really looked like, to me, I was really, this whole time, that was water splashing. So that was like your emotions, maybe, and you being steadfast, but really those are actually, okay, mountains. And they indicate attainment. They're cold and uninteresting to many, but from their peaks, melting snow feeds the streams and makes the valley fertile. So too, ancient wisdom will feed your consciousness to transform your life. And the 8-8 portal, if you're going with that whole thing of the vibration of the day being 22, master number, representing a circle. Okay, also 0. The Fool's wreath, we'll just break the whole card down, right? So where's the wreath? So he's wearing the wreath on his head, and that symbolizes victory. And his wand is a measuring tool by which we continually evaluate our accomplishments. Okay, and his wallet contains memories of the past. And the eagle on the wallet symbolizes the awakening of higher vision towards loftier aspirations. So where is his wallet? I'm sorry, what now? Okay, he has a wand. Okay, so he's using the wand to measure his attainment, accomplishment. His wallet contains, so his wallet is hanging on the end there. That's a wallet, you guys. It's not a hobo bag. It contains memories of the past, and the eagle on the wallet symbolizes the awakening of higher vision towards loftier aspirations. And the dog underneath the Fool's controls subhuman forms of life that are elevated by the evolution of consciousness. The dog under the Fool's control is the subhuman forms of life that are elevated by the evolution of the consciousness. So the white rose in the Fool's left hand indicates that his desire is pure or spiritual and untainted, and the lower desires and passions. So pure, untainted by lower desires and passions. And the Fool is here. Okay, the Fool here is a cosmic life force about to descend, inexperienced, right, into the world of manifestation. And so if we take a look at what the Fool card represents for us in this 8-8 portal, Earth and Uranus. And so since the master number 22 reduces to 4, my life path number, which, big secret, I guess I'll just tell you, my life path number is 4, and that's my overall life path number. I'm not going to talk about my life path numbers, but that's my overall. Okay. And the earth holds dominion in this vibration, because that's not what we're not talking about me. We're talking about the Fool card. And the earth holds dominion in this vibration. So coupled with Uranus, which is assigned to key 0, the Fool. So consciousness is a state of mind, and the presence of Uranus here links the superconscious to earthly power. Superconscious, earthly power, indicated by the 22-4. Okay, so your 8-8 portal is a 22-4-0 portal, a blending of spiritual conscious awareness with the proper use, okay, of, I can't even read right now, the world's material offerings, including the body itself. Okay, maybe you can understand, that gives the perfect state of being. Once this has been achieved, the individual is no longer bound by earthly considerations, right? So that's kind of like, but merely uses them with reverence, and respect. And so 3 and 3 are kind of gathering up over here. 3 of Pentacles, 3 or so. So, okay. Wow. So, big deal. So, and then if we take a look, what does it represent? I know my enthusiasm is welcome here. If I can find this real quick, I want to talk about it. So Uranus is the astrological correspondence. And so we know we have the Uranus conjunction in Taurus, right? Okay, we could take a deeper dive into any of these cards if any of you wanted to, but really what I would prefer to do is just kind of gauge what it is that we might need to know. So thank you so much for being here for that long explanation of the card of the day. And I think that if, you know, maybe we can take a look at the card of the tomorrow at some other time. I would add it up real quick. It's probably the next card. And give all the secrets away. What else do we need to know for our 8-8 portal? Let's keep that the special day. Let's not talk about, you know, tomorrow, you know, it's 12:09, but let's just, you know, recap. How was your day? Hopefully good. Where are you at? Does the Fool card resonate with you? Does you following your passions resonate with you? Maybe Ace of Swords reversed could be just not dealing with other people's emotional drama. Totally. You know, I mean, it is what it is. That was whole separate. This will be, I told Spirit, if I get the Fool card, I do the reading, so we were going to. So what is it that we need to know for those of us who see this reading? What is it that maybe we could gain insight on for, you know, so our personal selves, so we can take that out into the world, general collective can grow as a, you know, a whole, because it starts with you, your person, individually. There's a whole talk about narcissism, empath, you know, a lot of people, you know, that tug of war. Don't get caught up in that. If your intentions are pure and, you know, you're abiding by your, like, kind of like, I want to say soul contract, like unwavering with yourself within, like just doing your best to do what you believe is right at that time, and you are continually growing and you're not dwelling in the past, then boom, like just keep doing that. Like, and yeah, it's not easy. And so what, if you spend some time to yourself and you take rest and people understand what the fuck you're doing, that's none of their business. That's gonna be 2 seconds worth of not their business, if anybody had the time, which you don't. So it is 9 of Swords. Okay, what we'll, I think, kind of like in the progress of releasing. So this is sort of like a descendant, but it's like, see how the swords are, they're falling all the way down until they're, you know, you're gonna be like, when you pick your face up, like you will see no ground, and that they have been falling and disappeared. Okay, so then you're gonna like float up. Watch, let's see what we float up into, because it's down like that. I think that's just the weird interpretation that I'm getting. That, like, if that was the case, if you're releasing something, those things that you're releasing are going to fall away from you. They will fall away. That's my opinion. We can take a deeper look into the 9 of Swords. 9 is going to be a cycle completion of you feeling like shit. You got the 10 of Swords coming up next. So let's just take a look at you still feeling like shit. Or you just like it. Like, do you just like it? Hold on a second. Are we just doing this to ourselves? Hold on. Okay, so High Priestess. So coming, like maybe you needed a nap. I don't get it. Oh my God, when the swords fell, they landed in somebody else. It's not you. Oh my God. I'm like, hold on a second. I'm gonna take a picture real quick. Hold on. If I can. Choose different asset. Okay, guys. Let's see. Oh, wait. Is that the right thing? I didn't imagine that was going to be the right, correct, item. Hello, it is. Look at it. I told you, they're falling like this. So then when I'm thinking, oh, God, what are you doing still there? And then I'm like, wait a minute, that can't be you because they fell. And so you must have had one hiding under the bed, too. And so you just finish that off. And then you have the High Priestess. So you're going 9, 10, 9, 10, 2. What does it mean? So then with the High Priestess, evolving, this is sort of like an evolution. I just want to clarify on her because she, is there. Is this more Neptune? Hold on a second. I want to look her up. I know what she is, obviously. She's in her power. She's sitting there. She's got all of her beautiful dignity, control of her emotions, fruitful abundance. Look at, she's beautiful, too. She's got a lot of good faith in her. She balances her master teachers, student teacher at all times, right? If we forget that, it's like, okay. If someone could be learning from me right now. We have the 5 of Cups. So this, whatever happened over here, it kind of swayed over to the side, not, now there's the 5 of Cups happening. You know the 5 of Cups if you don't. Look. I'm feeling like you're doing this, tired of bullshit. The swords fall. You just put the extra that you were hiding because you need to just have your personal self-defense. And then I feel like this is the other person. Or it can be those pieces of us that are, like we're letting go in the healing process. If you're letting, oh my God, it fell. So if you're letting go in the healing process, you can still miss something. You can still miss things that you're healing from that are toxic for you. That's part of the process. That's part of the strength that you, okay, all right. This is Queen of Swords. Oh my God, now everybody's falling. Okay. Well, get a bigger table is one thing. Your situation over there is going to get really confusing. I feel like if you keep paying attention to it. Hold on. I'm just like, don't talk to this person. Their lack of emotional control isn't yours. It's not yours. They're already falling down. It fell to the floor. I really want anything to do with that situation. What do we need to know? Okay, so Ace of Swords just stabbed everybody. I'll let you see that real quick. Hey, how's that? Oh, yeah, I know. Thank you for noticing. Let's be right back with that. Well, hold on. There we go. Okay, and I don't want to get copyright, but what I'm getting right now is sometimes we listen to at the bedtime the 4 agreements, and so you be impeccable with your word is the first agreement. That's what I'm getting here. The word, and this just, what else is it coming up in? It was coming up in the 4 types of love from the Bible, and that I was looking up, and there's like no love in someone who's whose hatred consumes their own identity. And how does somebody's hatred consume their own identity is if it reflects, if somebody's coming at you with bullshit, basically, and it's bullshit. So you decide that you approach like all things with love. Okay, that's getting really drawn out. Over elaborate, but so if you can see that the power of your word and the power of your own discernment, you taking that, you know, being first and foremost is how does this affect my, you know, and my crown, my royalty, like even like for me, like I have to work on my posture, so I have to straighten it, you know, because like sitting up straight, I'm going to be honest, is very difficult. It's just something I got to work on, my postures. But like the high priestess, she's got excellent posture. And, you know, it's very well the high priestess sword, because it's like, okay, enough of this bullshit. Anybody's coming out with you that much drama that all the cards are falling on the floor. It's like you dropped your swords plus the extra one. It's like, no, what is this? They have nothing good to say. The Queen of Swords reversed. They're like emotionally inept. You know what I'm saying? Like these kind of people don't deserve a spot, you know, dealing with you if their whole identity is just, you know, to bring down the people who, you know, are like maybe around them. Do they do that to other people, or you like, anyways, let's move on. I know I'm just going to keep reading my cards, and I'm going to show you this next picture. Okay, so refractory, you know, on the other side of things, we do have, brother, okay, are we here? Okay, perfect alignment. So I believe you can see that aligning beside the high priestess, you do have the Sun card, the King of Swords, and the Nine of Cups. So basically, when you cut out the bullshit, the 8-8 portal, like everybody and their mother is telling you, I mean, I'm sorry, it gets a little redundant. I love everybody's advice, and I really admire the spiritual growth, but it just gets a bit much to absorb for me personally. So let's see. I would, you know, like to elaborate on the fact that, you know, Leo season, we do have the Sun here. 9 of Cups, it appears that things are going well. I mean, that is sort of covering, you know, the King of Swords. So just you appear, if this is you, appear to be, you know, creating with your words, okay? Divine Masculine, more creating and giving. I just, you know, it's with the growth, with the butterflies, you know, and this is why I know, Vicente, you said a long time no see. I sort of get like really tired. I think that, and I'm like, wow, don't they speak for themselves? And I know that everybody can just sit here be reading it. And then if I'm like reading the book, and I was full blown just intuition prior, like when I first began, I go by the little tiny book, hey, what's up? And then like now I have like this other book that I found in the universe. So my advice to you is keep your cups full of sunshine. With your 9 of Cups, like, and don't try to be perfect. Like the 9 of Cups to me, it's like, don't try to be perfect and hide like stuff behind a curtain. Like, that's not really a good look ultimately and overall, because with the way we've gone through and done the clearing with the Ace of Swords, it should sort of like, not to judge anyone, this is even speaking to myself, like get a little bit of organizing like done. Also be sure in yourself and don't worry about perfection. Let your light shine. I've noticed some people with a bright and shining light, I've experienced it myself. It is like moths a little bit. People think that they're getting stared at, or people think that they're getting hated on or something like that. But sometimes when you're younger, if you're younger, you're probably younger than me here, you know, like not old, but just call me grandma. No, I'm kidding, I'm not a grandma. I feel like an old grandma sometimes. Oh, look, over here on the Page of Cups reverse, so like if somebody is offering you all the drama that just landed on that pile, like, do not take it. You don't need that cup. You have your 9 cups, you know. I'm just saying. People will try to bring their bullshit. And again, so that little bullshit that they imagine, look, I'll show you real quick, because you might not understand. There's imagination here. You see the Pisces fish, so full of imagination. You know, and just looking like a complete ass. So don't worry about it. People might try to dim that light from the sun, and they might think that you're faking perfectionism or something, but really you just may have your shit together close to a cycle of completion. And they don't understand that type of manifestation with the King of Swords. They don't understand that type of High Priestess vibration. You sitting in the knowledge of who you are, you know, expressing that equally and in a behaved manner, you know, like, I don't think some people get that, because maybe they are stuck in a lower vibration that you've decided isn't, you know, a part of your, you know, higher manifestation. So with that, and in closing, we're going to take these last 2 cards, I believe, that fell on the floor, and then we're going to do the middle and the bottom of the deck. So I'm kidding, like, yeah, I believe that's in Libra too. So taking a look at making sure that you have proper balance, and then 10, 11, 12. So 3. So once you do come to a cycle of completion, when you work together with yourself, you want to try to make sure that you're also working together with yourself, as well as, you know, if you want to work with your higher self or spirit source or God, whatever you want to call it. It's going to be able to bring you more clarity into a piece of rest with the Hangman upright. If you're able to cut the bullshit, the nonsense, and don't take anybody's imaginary bullshit as an offering as well, just sort of, and you don't have to be hateful either. You know, don't have to have any emotional reaction whatsoever. If you're not attached to it and you're able to recognize a trigger as a vibration for, you know, manifestation, for healing, for you to kind of level up or grow, you know, like if you see those little brown things coming on Mario and you like stand there like, oh my god, what is this? No, you don't. You stand up and you go badunk, and then you go and you get your coins and shit, bro, and you break the bricks. That's and so with the Temperance reverse card with let's see, 10, 14 with a 5, so that's bringing change overall. It's going to start bringing you to a cycle of change, to where you're going to be able to work together, you know, with that emotional, with the High Priestess subconscious, bringing that together with the words you speak, you know, manifesting with the crown, the highest level, you know, of your desire and manifestation, so that others can see that with the 9 of Cups. I think that's really a beautiful thing and beneficial for you in this 8-8 portal. So for the bottom of the deck, as promised, we do have the Death card as well as the Hierophant here. So 5 bringing change, and with 10, 11, 12, 13. I guess let's add it up to a 4. So 5, 4. We have a couple of 3s. So it's a little bit of an ebb and flow. So you know, once you get to a certain cycle, it's okay to kind of go back. It's like, think about the algorithm of like when your computer is defragmenting itself, it doesn't just go straight through each disk or whatever you want to call it. It goes back and forth and departitions. So part of this is departition within yourself, in the parameter of yourself. Your spiritual community starts with you. You're the predecessor to the society that has happened before you. You are the ancestor that's coming before for the people who will eventually also be of the past. Okay, so let's just do our best with that Temperance card to stay in the present moment. Though we are constantly, you know, maybe let's not think about the past or the future too much. Okay, there's that. And oh yeah, it's like, oh, please have mercy, you know, the religious dude here. That's funny. It's not funny. I'm not saying it's funny. I'm telling you that looks can be deceiving, and that there's gonna be a day for, you know, we all have a skeleton, and you know, what horse are you riding to show people ultimately, you know, what are you achieving in this lifetime? Who are you when it comes down to the bones of who you are? Really interesting. So you're gonna find that with the thing you have created with the sword, it does cause an ending there, okay? And so then you're able to create the change that you want to sit in your power, and you want to create. Much you missed, but that was the Lionsgate 8-8 portal. And when did it cut out? Because I got to the death card in the Hierophant, and my eyes were closed like some kind of closed-eyed person. Anybody? Was it like 30 seconds, 2 minutes? I was gone trying to read the cards. Well, it is what it is. I will just quickly recap that the middle and the bottom of the deck. This is the middle, Hierophant, change, okay, and the death card. So when you cut the bullshit, it kind of dies off, and you're able to sort of stand in your power, work together with other people to create change as well. So underneath the death card, you do have the strength card. So you're going to be able to make it through that change and make it through these steps that for foreseeable future, past, whatever you want. Hierophant, Page of Wands, you're free to create. Be free to use your magic. Okay. I think that's it. I'm not going to try to pull any more cards. It was like 45 seconds. Yeah, so I guess basically my recap was, and thank you for responding, Vicente, I appreciate you. I think I got it in there. It was the same. Once you cut off the bullshit, it sort of dies off. That helps to bring you strength, even through the growth process. I don't know if you ever had a plant or an animal, maybe a goldfish. How do I use my magic? Okay, so let me take a picture of this reading real quick. My battery's gonna die. So how do you use your magic? So let me ask you this. Have you ever had a natal chart reading, or maybe even a tarot or an oracle card reading? There's a few keys to remember, and it takes just a few steps along the path and a nice look within. All right. Well, I wouldn't mind helping you take a look at that stuff. If you want, I do need to plug my phone into the charger. If you want, if you want to send me your information, I can look at your birth chart on here and tell you what I might think about it. Or if you just want to do a tarot or an oracle, we can do that for a little bit. And then, but what I want to do is probably log off this live and then log back on if you want to do that. Okay, so if you want to hang around, and do you want to tell me now which one that you feel more called to? Astrology, which I'll give you a primary insight, primary overview. Now, as far as getting to the magic, that's going to take some time. This would be like taking the first step on a staircase into yourself, Now, I'm not saying that I can find that for you. That's something that we activate when we connect with one another. So yeah, if you want to do the birth chart and you want to do a tarot card reading, and so do you want to? Okay, so we'll cross that bridge when we get to it. So thanks for being here for the Lionsgate portal reading, and I'll see you guys soon.